We are anything if not prompt. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the longest live Twin Terror with Gary and David. And as usual, I am David.
And I'm Gary.
Who can tell the two of them apart? Here, we're going to just keep mixing it all up. Whoops, I've lost Gary here.
Lord. You can tell who I am because I've got this cat and shark clock, this kitten and shark clock behind me.
And you're a wooden spoon survivor.
Yeah.
And I am just a Marxist.
Yes, you are.
My father would be so proud.
Indeed.
You think Dad would have worn a shirt like this?
Oh, sure.
I think so, too.
So did you record a reading for Monday already?
I have.
Actually,
two readings.
Oh, well. So what did you record your readings on? Spoiler alert.
What's that?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, plug. How about a plug alert?
Yeah, that too.
Let's see. What are the two readings? It's going to be Trump, Epstein, August energy, and then election interference to August energy. So nice. Two more August energy readings looking week by week. The first one is how the Epstein case is coming along for Trump, and then the second one will be election interference. Because in mid-August, we're going to get updates from Rockland County, and knock on wood, hopefully we've made some good progress in that case, and materials have been delivered, and things can progress.
And then on the Twin channel, we've got a reading coming up about those submarines that Trump deployed to the proper regions. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Bill of the Ranch did a reading on that, or did a little snip on that yesterday, basically saying, so was Trump saying that we didn't have our submarines in the proper places? It's just like, that's actually a good point. Hey, Marcus. Yeah, it's late. It's late for you, Marcus. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Marcus is in Ireland.
Okay. Right. So if you have questions, go ahead and blast them all in all caps. It makes them just a little bit easier to see. We're stalling for time as people come into the chat here, but I've got some questions starred. And will the Common Coalition, the chat's moving quickly here. Don't hit end stream, David. Let's find out where the starred questions are. Here we are. So we've got a few of them that are kind of all related. Can you really, let's do four-parters on these. Can you read if Epstein left any money to Ms. Maxwell?
I think someone in the chat said they left property in Iceland or something like that.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that as well, but.
Did he leave any money to Maxwell? Bing, ding, ding, Maxwell. So just a silver hammer. Let's see. Knight of Cups. There was an offer out there.
I would certainly say that looks like a yes.
Yeah.
He hit it. It's like one of those geocache ones.
Yeah. You gotta go find
coordinates. Go look for it.
You'll get it after I die.
Not a second sooner.
Make sure you really want it, that it's worth it.
I know. I totally see where this is going.
Okay, so I look forward to your interpretation. Yeah, I think there was something that was put out there. It wasn't something that was like it's kind of hidden in its own way. Like
Gary, it's like this is going to be whose line is it anyways?
Yeah.
Seychelles. What? Tell me, Call. What do you think of when I say the Seychelles, Swiss bank accounts, and the Cayman Islands?
Overseas Swiss bank account.
Oh yeah, I think he left her money. I think it's all well hidden and protected from bad people who would take it away from them, i.e. governments.
Yes.
Is that pretty much where I think that's where you're going with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the King of Swords. I wasn't quite sure what that was, but everything else would say that, yeah, there's something there, but it's not overt. It's it's hidden more.
Yeah.
It's secret Swiss bank account, that type of thing.
Oops. If Orange Man reverse levitates to the fire, will any secret agreements between him and Ms. Maxwell be snatched away from the newer Vance era administration? Reverse levitates to the fire. What is?
He drops.
He dies. Okay.
He's going down to the fiery furnace.
Right. Yeah. And in other words, if he is suddenly no longer on the material plane with the rest of us and he's in a spiritual plane,
yes.
Will Vance and company speak ill of the dead?
I would say from Gary's just intellectual, logical Gary, no, they would never.
That would be my guess too. They would want to preserve his legacy and build on it, saying I'm the natural progression to this. So let's see what my cards say.
I got the Wheel of Fortune. Depends how you treat us. You're gonna reap what you sow. Messaging could come out. The Page of Swords, and I'll attack anything. What I get from this is it really depends how much respect he shows JD Vance and company. If he continues to be disrespectful and treats him like a child, he might just do it to deflate Trump's ardent supporters.
And what I'm getting from that is my reading wouldn't disagree with that. I get the Six of Wands, the Victory, Judgment, Empress, Temperance, and Two of Wands.
Wow.
I think the default will be they will celebrate him in his message and his cause, how he took care of the country, and we need to heal and do this and keep progressing it. Now, if Trump treats JD horribly and stuff like that, then they'll expose him a little bit here. But I think they want to celebrate him. They want to deify him. They want to make him like a deity and say, Trump and Trumpism is what this country's all about, and I'm the natural successor to that. Rally behind me as if I were Trump, and I will lead you to the promised land, and we together will make America great again. It would be some, with patriotic music in the background and flags waving in the air and bald eagles circling around and a flyover. You think you're at a NASCAR event, the way they would orchestrate it. Okay. Did you hear about the XCI whistleblower who said Kamala won? Yes. Yeah. We've done a couple of readings on that one. The readings I've got going up tomorrow address that. I don't think we've ever looked at it specifically. Is this a true story?
Yeah. So we've got that one scheduled to come up on Tuesday on the Twin Channel. The challenge is we don't know. Right now, it's difficult to sort of put a finger on how legitimate is the information. Right. Is it the Democratic version of QAnon?
I know that's the concern, right? It's like you don't want to fall into that trap too. And the biggest flag I see with that one is like, I'm ex-CIA and I've got clearance to talk about all of this, and I want to testify in front of Congress. It's like, wow, that's a whole lot of claims to be making. I'm in the CIA and I can talk about it, and I've got permission to talk about this. If they buried it, sounds like they don't want you to talk about it. That's the part that gives me pause. It sounds too good to be true. I'm the secret insider, and I'm going to let you know. So, I want it to be true, and I think all of us want it to be true, but be prepared for it to be debunked, okay? If it's not true, it's not true, but be prepared for it to be debunked.
So what's the energy around it? What's the level of truthfulness in this assertion here? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. It's taking care of things. This is a very maternal card, so it's basically taking care of things that have value and importance. Things aren't always what they seem. There's a lot of nostalgia about things. This is kind of that. It's like a pair of nostalgias. Like looking back as a parent, you're looking back at all the water that's gone under the bridge because your kids now have grown up, and you just remember the good times back in the day. It's about balance. Think about what be very thoughtful about your approach. But whatever it is, it's going to bring an end to a cycle. Wow, that's interesting. So is it legit? Cups and Pentacles. Playing on emotions, emotional energy.
Think of Pentacles as being votes.
Yeah. Taking care of your votes. It's not what it used to be. We've got to bring a balance back into this. Yeah, it's. I'm not seeing anything that makes me feel it's not legit.
Right.
I guess that's what I'm getting.
And that's kind of what I get too. It's like it's somebody coming forward quickly with information that's being held. We have a lot of passion about it, and I also got the Six of Cups about the old way of doing things, but it's also naivety and talking about a path forward. This very well could be. I'm not seeing anything that says no, that's not the case. So we'll find out. We will find out, because if there's a there, we will see it. Unlike QAnon, which keeps talking about it and talking about it, I would love for journalists to follow up with Harris and Biden about this. Is there any truth to this? Would there have been an NSA report that would have looked into this that you could comment on? That type of thing, or is this just a lie to cause unrest? Yeah. I'd love to force their hand on that, but I'm not a journalist and I don't have access to something like that.
I think what it comes down to is if something happens with the Rockland County, then a lot of this stuff's going to start. These questions are going to start being asked.
The timing of this announcement, given the information that's coming out with Rockland County, the fumbling of the whole Epstein thing, Trump's health looking horrible and stuff. Trump, again, it just looks like there's a downward spiral that he's being forced on, and this is just another stepping stone on that footpath to his removal. It's like the timing is such that Trump's popularity is at an all-time low, and it looks like it's getting ready to go lower, which allows a story like this to come out and start to be not only believable, but acceptable. Yeah. And not just for the Democrats, but for the Republicans. And I hate saying this, but having Trump in there causing all the grief that he's caused for the last several months, and then Project 2025 advancing and passing that horrific budget bill that's going to really hurt people, is lowering Trump's approval. And now people might be a little bit more willing to accept that the election was tampered with. Just saying. There's a timing to this.
It also could embolden some of the folks in Congress to grow a freaking spine, because if they see they're backing the wrong horse, they may start to change their tune.
Right. At least the ones that didn't cheat. Yeah. Can you read if Ms. Maxwell has any videos or black book, basically compromise to protect her in case she falls out of a large building? Okay. I'm going to let you read on this one, and I'm going to go hunting for more comments here.
Okay. So does she have compromise to protect her in case something sad happens to her? Okay, you got the foundation is the Five of Wands, a lot of chaos, fighting, and confusion. Wheel of Fortune, anything can happen. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. It's about relationships, agreements, and a victory. And then Sarah. Oh my. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, I think what she wants to do is she wants to keep people on their back foot, keep them confused and distracted. Maybe I have some, maybe I don't. How are what's in it for me? And how much do you want to relish in your victory? I don't think she does. My gut feeling is she's going to play it like she might, and she's going to try and negotiate from that fact. This is my gut feeling, that she's going to negotiate with the premise that I have information and to gain favor, to get a favorable result.
My reading would not necessarily contradict yours. What I get is it's all part of the plan. Hey, I'm in charge here. I got the big stick. I can release the hounds of war on you. You'll be found out and judged, and heartbreak, betrayal underneath it. It's like it basically, whether she does or does not. And this, to Gary's point, she's convinced them she does.
Yeah,
and that she will unleash it and let everybody know about it if they don't play ball with her. And I think, and this was something another intuitive threw out there, and I'm sorry I'm not remembering now because it's been a couple of days, and I had to update my driver's license, and I went to the Stockton DMV because I couldn't get an appointment at the local DMV until our birthday. Our license expires on our birthday, and I kind of wanted to address it beforehand.
You went to Stockton?
It's only an hour from where I live. It's only an hour away.
Okay.
It sounds horrible, but it's no further than driving to mom's house. And we got 2 hours in the car. You know what that means? It means I'm listening to Libby. I'm listening to Dr. Lena. I'm listening to Susan Lynn. I'm listening to Marianne. I get to listen to everybody because I got 2 hours to listen to stuff. So then I can't remember who said what. But I think she's got them convinced. Now I forgot where I was going with that. That she's got them convinced that she's got. Oh, it was that the birthday card that the Wall Street Journal showed that Donald Trump's signature where her pubic area would be. That was kind of like I've got a treasure trove of information. Like the Maxwell camp released that to the Wall Street Journal to send a message to Trump and all that. Oh, you don't think I have compromise? Here's a taste of what I've got. Do you want more? That type of thing.
Yeah, because you had the 3 of Swords as your underneath card. Mine was the 5 of Cups. Those are both. You'll be sorry if you.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be sorry if you do this. Don't double cross me. That's Speaking of which, now that Maxwell's in a less secure prison, will she have the same fate as Epstein?
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of being double crossed.
Okay, well, that could be a 1-carder.
But before you get to that one, there's a little something I want to share with you.
Oh. Yay! Woo! Thanks, Lucy. Cheers. Oh, and Crystal.
Miss Weatherby. I wonder if she's related.
She's not. She says she's not, but we like to think she is. Hi, Crystal. Crystal's in Iowa, as I recall, because I wasn't sure if she was a Pacific Rim, like Australia or New Zealand, but she says it was Iowa. So cheers. Thanks, Crystal.
And I know that most of our audience is going to get this. The Weatherby reference is obviously to the Archie comics.
Yes.
There's only one Mr. Weatherby.
Principal Weatherby, right. Now that Maxwell's in a less secure prison, will she have the same fate as Epstein? Okay, let's see. This should be a 1-card, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, you want to do it? Do you want to do a Hogarth 1-carder?
Let's see, 1-card.
You can put the camera on yourself for a 1-carder.
Okay,
I get the Strength card, and you got the Emperor.
I get the Emperor. It's up to Trump.
And underneath, I've got the government. I think she's playing from a position of strength. I think, to me, her in that minimum security prison is Trump capitulating to her. There was I just did a reading on this one. Her lawyer basically said she will accept any relief given. And then within a few days of that was after the second time that Blanche met with Maxwell and her lawyer. Yeah. Within a week of that statement, she gets transferred to a much nicer minimum security prison. You don't know Elizabeth Holmes. She was the former CEO of Theranos.
Yeah.
Oh, you do know. Okay, I'm stunned. This is not. I only know it because it's in my industry. I wouldn't expect Gary to know it, other than Theranos was a Bay Area company.
Yeah, and she was
basically committed fraud, saying that her product could do all these wonderful things that it could never do. And so she got sentenced to a bunch of years in prison. She's in this camp. So this is the prison camp that they send really wealthy CEOs to. So they can watch TV, they can exercise, they have to work, but they get all these things that make it. Calling it a summer camp would be really overstating it, but it feels less. You sleep in a dormitory style thing. You're not in individual cells or anything like that. It's not. It's still prison, but it's not as miserable as it could be.
Yeah. So I got. My cards are interesting because I've got, we'll see, have the same fate. I've got the Emperor, and underneath I got the Wheel of Fortune. It's up to Donald Trump and his whims. Yeah. How much is Donald Trump willing to risk his reputation in standing with MAGA? So if Trump has really got his hands dirty in this, he's gonna bend to that and make sure that she is well looked after.
Yeah, to me, this is a we'll play ball with you. Now, the Republicans may not have their messaging put together yet. So hear me out. It sounds like Bugs Bunny when he drinks something nasty. And somebody's posting Sterling saying, Gary mentioned this earlier, that Sterling saying that he expects Trump to pardon both P. Diddy and Ms. Maxwell here. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised on either of those.
The high watermark of Trump's Justice Department.
Yeah, he always pardons people who do the same crimes he does because that shouldn't be a crime because I did it. By moving her to this facility, it's signaling that, yes, we're going to work with you on this one. The timing we may not be able to control right. I think is what is the timing's being negotiated. But while we're working on the timing, let's make your environment a lot nicer than what you had before. Mm-hmm. Because, maybe I can't pardon you right away. Maybe I have to pardon you a year from now. But at least if it's a year from now, you're in a much nicer spot than you were before. Yeah. Type of thing. Kind of like we'll get to it. But until we get to it, here's something a little bit nicer.
Like a good faith deposit, if you will, that I'm going
to like if your car's in the shop getting a transmission done and they give you a loaner car, you were driving the beater 2002 Honda Civic, and now they put you in a Lexus.
Yeah.
It's an older Lexus. It's still a rental car. Yeah. It still has a little bit of smoke smell into it, and the interior is a little beat up, but it's not a beater. It's not a Chevy Spark or a Chevy Cavalier, 80s Chevy Cavalier. No offense to the 80s Chevy Cavalier fans out there. Yeah. It's something nicer until we get you back into your luxury vehicle that you're used to.
All right, what else we got?
What else do we have? We have this.
Yay! Yes, Cindy. If you put in money, you get the Gary dance. Oh, a little Cabbage Patch action there. Thank you, Cindy.
You got to have your kids teach us the moves.
Hey, how are you, Tennessee Chin? I've seen that hard card in the Three of Swords there. Yeah, the Heartbreak and Betrayal. Cheers. Yay! Thank you, Jeannie.
For cat food or beer. Gary's been known to consume both. He loves cat food almost as much as he loves beer.
The kids and I did try cat treats to see what that was all about.
I'm sure it was really nasty.
It tastes like a burned cracker. But it's funny because cats love it. When I go for walks in the morning, I have a bag of kibble and I have a bag of treats. And one day I just sort of accidentally put the kibble in the treat bag, and I had basically cat Lucky Charms. But boy, the cats will pick out the cat treats first. They're drawn to them, and I have no idea why. Of course, I've tasted cat food too, so clearly their taste buds are different than humans.
Yeah. Then we have Teresa Springer also gave us a super sticker.
Yay,
Thank you very much,
Teresa. Cheers.
All right, so now back to the questions. Yeah, I don't think that Ms. Maxwell is going to suffer the same fate as her paramour did.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Common Coalition report
Be our path to election truth.
I'm not sure what the Common Coalition report is.
I can't remember if that's the NSA report or if that's the Rockland County report. I'll look that up real quick.
Okay, I'll start.
Well, you stall for time.
Okay, I'm going to stall for time by shuffling my cards and then seeing all these people that are making donations to see me get drunk on a live stream. You're gonna have to work harder than that. I've been to the Oktoberfest 4 times. This is a warm up. But I like my warm ups.
That's Rockland County.
Oh, okay.
It's Rockland County.
I think Tammy West was asking about that too.
Okay.
As I recall from the comments section of today's video. Our video today is doing really good on Jack Smith. People are...
You know what? Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there. How many English teachers are in the audience? Raise your hand real high, and how many of you just cringed? Carry on. Our video is doing really well.
Our video is doing really good. Leave me alone, Mr. Maher. It's doing really well. People are really.
Ha! I got you to change it. Ha ha. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's just like, ugh!
It's doing really, really, really good. People really, really, really like it.
Yeah.
And I forget where I was going with it, other than I was kind of surprised how well it's doing. I woke up this morning and I checked on the number of views. It's like, oh my God. I'm going to be busy in the comments today. So Common Coalition, yeah, he does. He needs several.
Sorry, I have some pet peeves, and that just happens to be one of them.
Okay, so the Common Coalition report, be our path to election truth. Let's see. We're definitely going down a different path. This is a new journey for us.
To me, it's a star. This is the North Star, the guiding star on this one.
It's okay. So you got the Fool. The main clarifier is the Two of Pentacles. This is about the manipulation of votes.
There's going to be more investigation into mine.
Sun card.
Security of the election and what's going on behind the scenes infecting the government.
I'm getting a big fat frickin' yes.
I am too.
Yeah,
so absolutely is what I'm getting as well.
Yeah.
Secrets are going to be revealed.
Yeah.
And again, the only thing we can't control is the timing. We have no clue what the timing is going to be on this one. It's going through the court systems, and they're brutally slow. All right. So what else we got?
Yay! Thanks, JB.
Thank you, JB.
And Cecilia,
thank you very much. Appreciate your generosity.
And Wendy,
what do you do for Wendy?
Thanks, Wendy. Cheers. Oh, I think there was also a drinking one for $2.
Really? Thank you, Michelle. Michelle Hell. Is that Frankenstein's head on there?
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much. Yeah, there it is. Hey, thank you, Sandy. Cheers.
Okay.
Drink, drunk.
Yeah, don't point. You point, you drink. Okay, let's see. I thought I had something. Oh, well, Melania get caught up in the Epstein files because she was there. She did nothing to help those girls. My initial gut reaction, and there's a death card, is no, because I think she's kind of like a different. She's like a different franchise. This would be like somebody owns a bunch of franchise fast food places, and if it was the if this was like the Chick-fil-A versus Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese being the kids one, where here you like your things a little bit young, go to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you want the Russian Chick-fil-A, then you go over here for this one. What do you see what Gary gets on here?
So I'm going to give a qualified yes. I think she's going to get caught up in it just because there's going to be an investigation into this, and her husband is the president of the United States. But it's about balance, where she's going to give her testimony. She's basically has no other choice, but underneath it all, it's almost like, I'm not going to say it's part of like her prenup agreement, but she's going to benefit from this.
Yeah. And what I get looking at that is she went in there looking for a husband. Her part of again, I was talking about fast food. She wasn't part of the child molestation part. She was part of the one that gets herself a husband underneath it, so that she become wealthy. And if you're on, with the wands, if you're on you're flown across the country, you're still being trafficked in a way, but it's trafficked. You're volunteering to be trafficked as opposed to being you're an adult being coerced into it as opposed to a child being coerced into it.
Yeah, it's more like what Stormy Daniels said. She goes, "I wasn't a victim. I knew damn well what I was doing," and she knew that there was an end game for her, and I think that's kind of where maybe you're going with that with Melania, is that.
Yeah, exactly. Melania had a choice. She knew what she was getting into, and she was willing to play that game. Somebody like Katie Johnson, who was 13 years old, she wasn't. I'm sorry, are you mocking 13-year-old girls being raped, Gary?
No. It's that since I was on the screen and you were talking, I just had to sort of mouth what you were saying.
Sorry about that. Anyways, no, it's like Katie Johnson. She didn't have a choice in it. She got sucked in there. Boy, I hope that girl takes that guy to the cleaner. Ah, geez. Okay, well, Alito and Thomas retire to give Trump 2 more appointments and then replace them with Beauvais and Judge Cannon.
Oh, yes. I think Ashley might have put that in the comments today. That was like, I broke out in a rash after I read that comment. I mean, he's already said he would love Cannon to be on the Supreme Court because she's very malleable.
I just don't think he's got enough time. These are 2 people that are MAGA Trumpers, and when Trump is out, the folks in the Republican Party, they want to take their cult back, and they can't take the cult back because it's now Trump's cult, not their cult.
Okay, so will they retire? There's probably pressure being put on them to go ahead and retire and give it up. But I think right now there's so much chaos going on.
I think you're on the right path. You're on the right path.
Yeah, this kind of Trump's influence. There's a lot of things that are being fought over. And then the Fool card is just I think what they feel is that if we leave now, we're going to go off a cliff, and we need to think about our future.
Yeah, That's what I'm getting to. They're evaluating it. They're comfortable. They don't want to. They're comfortable. Why would they want to leave? They know too much, and to ask them to leave, they're not ready to leave. They're too comfortable in leaving. They enjoy where they're at right now, and sorry, I feel like Clint Eastwood talking to an empty chair. They don't want to leave right now. They're really comfortable where they're at. It's lucrative where they're at, and they're not ready to go at this point.
It's kind of that Ruth Bader Ginsburg syndrome where they were kind of giving her, leaning on her to leave, and she wouldn't do it. And unfortunately, she didn't last long enough for Biden to get into office. I think this might be one of your beers, actually. Survivor's Pale Ale.
Yes, that would be, because I don't drink IPAs. They're nasty.
How did you come across it?
I think Michelle was she was in a grocery store. We were in a store and just grabbed she goes, what about this? Yeah, that'll be fine. I have no idea. I've never tried it before.
And you're thinking lager.
Well, I like pale ales. So most pale ales are going to, I would say, taste similar, but they're going to have similar characteristics, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
That great fruity flavor. Do you think the Epstein issue is being used to distract Trump so the election fraud can be brought to the forefront? He thinks he is the distractor, but he is not.
Well, that's a.
I think basically, and I think I pontificated on this earlier. It's like it's all coming together. These are like two. This is like a northbound train moving at 45 miles an hour versus a train that's going northeast at 30 miles an hour. These two trains. This is like to me. This is Gomez Adams from the Addams Family. With my dad's favorite scene of the Addams Family are the toy trains crashing into each other.
Yeah. Nothing like a little 60s shtick, right?
Oh God. That really was our father's favorite thing. And that my dad loved his toy trains. And you can imagine it's like, oh God, he liked the Addams Family. And the fact that they're crashing trains together and they weren't his trains made him very happy.
My logical response or my knee-jerk response is no, that doesn't make any sense. But I wonder if karmically this is what's happening.
Exactly. I don't think it's purposely being done. I think that this is more two things that Spirit's putting together.
There's your Queen of Pentacles. That was when we were talking about the Truth Alliance, right? Taking care of the votes. And the happy family, the 10 of Cups, hopes all the wonderful things that a democracy brings, the victory, people being left out in the cold, being excluded, and then Ace of Pentacles. Is the Epstein issue being used to distract Trump so the election fraud could come forth? Take care of the votes, got the families, get who the real victory is. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go with from a karmic perspective. Yeah, I suspect that may be exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I can see that happening from a
I'm
karmic.
going to take that from a bigger perspective. Now, just what do we need to know about the crossing of these two? 7 of Wands, fighting position, things coming forward. There's more that's coming forward with this one, both about votes and Trump's legacy. The secrets are being revealed. There's now a crusade going forward. The information's coming out fast and furious. He's trying to fight it, but he can't. There's too much stuff. Now the star card, best of the USA, plus what he's done to women over time. Oh, how interesting. A victimization. We're no longer the victims. We can release ourselves from this and bring this to an end. Just kind of like we're stuck. Where it's going with is like we're stuck with Trump. We feel like we're stuck with him. Just like the girls are stuck bearing the burden of this guy's guilt all these years. And we are now able to start releasing that guilt, start releasing that burden that we've been carrying. And now things are starting to fight back. Truth, justice coming out about what really happened. Yeah, I do believe it's a karmic thing that's happening here. It's not necessarily being orchestrated by men, but I think it's being orchestrated, period. Will the killer of Jeffrey Epstein be exposed?
Well, if it was suicide.
Well, now, there are some, especially folks who watch Cash Peters. I think Susan Lynn now even recently is like, they're not so sure he's dead. But
yeah. Let's take a look. Will the killer?
Yeah, and certainly Epstein has shown that he has no problem being on an island as long as you keep a supply of 13-year-old girls coming his way.
So you got the Nine of Swords, burden of proof, strength. Ooh, I don't know. No, I'm getting a big fat no. That if he were murdered, if we're going to go with that premise that he was murdered, releasing that would create a nightmare situation that's too big of a burden to bear. People, they're too worried about protecting the things that they value, and they don't have the strength. They don't have the moral character and strength for the truth to come out, and because they don't want to be ostracized and kicked out of the club, if you will, or the people that have the information will just keep it inside.
I think, to me, it's a work in progress. If he's alive, I think it'll be revealed, because they'll follow the money. Because he's gonna have to be draining down accounts and stuff like that to maintain his livelihood. If he's passed on, not with the current people in power, it's something that would happen later on as part of the investigation goes on. And we got a kind donation from Mila Nord.
Hey, thank you, Mila. Cheers.
And then we've got another $2 from Christy Rose. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you, Christy. All right. Okay, I'm going to do a dance and see if Dave can figure out what this dance is. Okay, ready, Dave?
I'm ready.
The Selena Hurt contribution. And then, and not only the dance, but what
Oh, you did this yesterday. I already know. You don't get to start. I know what it is. It's from Monty Python. It's a man's life in the modern Navy.
The British Royal Navy. Terry Gilliam did this great cartoon where the sailors are doing this kind of a dance, and it's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Selena. Thank you for letting me do the Royal Navy dance. Oh, thank you so much. Oh gosh, yeah, Dave, you can eat a drink. This is because you're correcting my poor grammar.
Just trying to cause audience not to cringe as much as I cringe.
Hey, Hilda Mercado's in the house. That's our Italian-Rican sister.
Now I can't remember. Did I think I showed. Did I show this one? I think I did. JB.
I don't think you know. Thank you, JB. Cheers.
Maybe this one I did show then. I'm working backwards, and this is not
I think Cecilia, we did the Royal Navy dance for.
Okay. Then we're going back here. Let's see. Back to my starred questions.
Yay.
Get rid of that one now. Oh, Jesus. That's how JD separates himself from the Trump administration. Here we go. Will other countries continue to release more Epstein damaging info on Trump if American media drags their feet on doing it themselves? Trump can try to control the American media, but not international.
Well, there's a good point to that, because this is not an America-only crime. There's all sorts of international intrigue involved in this.
And remember, Rupert Murdoch is not American; he's Australian, and he owns a lot of news agencies throughout the world. So it's like the same 8 to 10 guys own all the news agencies type of thing. But I think to your point, other governments might start leaking information to reporters, and then, where do we go from there? That type of thing. Gary's already showing up parts of a plan here.
Knight of Wands, actions being taken, things moving forward. The truth is going to come out. It's going to be you got the Star. It's going to implicate Trump. The Hangman they're not going to be happy in the position that they're in, and they're going to be on the outside. They're going to be kicked out of the club.
And I'm saying the same thing. Big information is being put out there to stop things from being stifled. Secrets are being released. It's going to cause mayhem and confusion, and that's kind of the point. So, will other countries continue to release? Yes. They're not going to let this go stagnant. They're going to keep stirring the pot.
That's funny because you got 3 of the cards that I threw. I think on was it Ghislaine Maxwell's. Where you got the strength card and the chaos card. Never mind. Shut up, Gary. I'm rambling.
Let's see. Okay.
I've seen this come through the comments a couple times, and I've seen it in the comments in our videos. I don't know if it's speculation or truth that Justice Roberts might be on the list of Epstein Island VIPs. There might be some Supreme Court justices on that.
You like that?
Yeah. I mean, it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense if you want to go down that path. It's like, why are they so willing to accommodate Trump in Project 2025? And if there's compromise on them.
Well, this goes back. Who was you're not going to remember this one.
I won't.
Who was the justice that stepped down to allow Gorsuch to come in? There was a conservative judge that they showed him something and he was like taken aback. And then he resigned his position and they appointed, I think Gorsuch
was it Kennedy? Was there a Kennedy?
Yeah, I think it was Kennedy.
Hell, I did know that one. Because I remember there was one guy that stepped aside.
He's like, oh! He literally sharded. They showed him something, he sharded. And, if that were the case, if he were in the Epstein files and they showed him pictures of him with little girls or something like that, then, you're going to step aside or else we're going to send this out there. Gotta go. Bye. It's been nice. It's been fun. I don't know. Black SCOTUS judges. Any SCOTUS judges on there?
Yeah, let's see.
9 of Wands. Here's the 9 justices looking around. Exposure, secrets.
Ooh.
9 of Coins. And Wheel of Fortune. Ongoing. It may not be anybody currently. It could be one guy who's on there. It may not be people necessarily on there. I think I would say yes. There's one guy looking over his shoulder about the secrets they have being exposed for philandering with women, and it's been an ongoing threat. So yeah, if there was an issue with Justice Roberts, for instance, it'd be funnier if it was Alito, because of his crazed wife and her obsession with flags that, he couldn't be with his Karen anymore. So he had an affair with somebody else and they caught him with it. And they're threatening to let his wife go because she's crazy and she would probably cause him great harm. She'd beat him with a flagpole or something like that.
So I've got 7 of Cups as the foundation. So maybe 7 of the justices might not be are being fooled with the other 2. And then you've got the Sorrow card underneath it. Win at all costs. the Ace of Pentacles, just keep. I'm just going to go. I think there may be 2 justices that are compromised on this, and that they're basically holding. They're basically got these 2 guys under their control, and underneath this chariot, this is a case that it's just not going to go away. You need to continue doing what we tell you. I'm going to say there's 2. There's 2 guys. I keep getting 2s. The 2 guys that should be walking away instead of fighting. The 2 cups that are left standing, and then you've got 7 cups instead of 9 justices. You got 7 of the justices where are being kept in. Being fooled. So I'm going to say there's 2. Will we have another Taco Tuesday on the tariffs, given how the market took it? Oh, I was thinking Marina Taco Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Does Marina put out a notification that Taco Tuesday is coming up? To her audience. Okay, yeah. So if you want to catch us with Marina doing Taco Tuesday, it's every other Tuesday. We did it last week on Tuesday, so it'll be on August the 12th. Will be the next Taco Tuesday, a week from this coming Tuesday. Yeah,
it's alternate Tuesdays, and if you're subscribed to Marina's channel and you hit the notification bell, you'll get notices about it coming up. I'm not always consistent about sharing it on the Twin Tarot and the Tarot by the Bay channels.
Yeah,
but usually if I'm on it, I'll add it in the community section. You'll see a post for that one. So, do you think Trump's going to kowtow to the markets, or to me, what he's doing, he's trying to grift. He's trying to shake down these different countries with kickbacks for himself. We'll cut a deal as long as I get a kickback. That's the feeling I've gotten with all these tariffs and trade deals. This is all about self-enrichment.
Boy, my foundation card certainly not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Neither is the second. Neither is the third.
My comfort.
Yeah. Okay. So the tariffs are exactly what he wants to. He's doing exactly what he wants to do. It's bringing in money and making, and letting him enjoy the finer things. If he's grifting, it's certainly benefiting him. The Empress, he thinks he's doing it for the benefit of the United States. He feels it's a defensible action, and he's not happy with how the trade deal negotiations have been going. So for me, he's will there be a Taco Tuesday? I don't think so. I think right now he's so sensitive to that nickname that he's more willing to take decisive action, even if it's the wrong action, to get what he wants. And right now, he wants to eliminate all trade deficits so that the United States is either has a surplus or trade neutrality. Even though it doesn't make any sense, in his mind, that's fair. So I don't think so. But I get your point, because the stock market really gave back quite a bit on Friday when he threw those tariffs on there. But the market likes to reverse direction. As soon as he announces a trade deal, the market reacts overreacts in a positive manner, because they don't understand what's really in the trade deal. They just hear there's a trade deal, and then they think that's just a great thing.
This market is I don't understand it. I mean, it's already overvalued to begin with. I don't understand. You're passing something that's going to add trillions of dollars to the deficit. How is the bond market even allowing for this without, shaking it to its core? I do not understand what's going on with this at all. It scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Marjorie Taylor Greene says the GOP no longer represents her. Does she play any kind of role in the deconstructing of MAGA? I don't know if she'll deconstruct MAGA. She's I think if anything, she aligns with MAGA, and she's trying to distance herself from. Part of the thing with the GOP is that they don't want to release the Epstein list.
Yeah,
and that's what's kind of core with MAGA. So to me, if anything, she's setting herself up to be, the person leading the charge with MAGA. That I'm one of you. I want to expose this list, this client list, and take all these people down. So I'll do a quick 7-carder on Marjorie Taylor Greene. What is she looking at here with her comments about the GOP don't represent her? Yeah, she's separating herself from them. Why? Because MAGA's not believing them, and she wants to be that. Underneath is the force. She's not included. She doesn't get to sit at the cool kids lunch table with the GOP. She feels excluded and kicked out of the GOP, and she's been kind of quiet about it. They're ignoring her. Basically, they're ignoring her. In the past, she used to be a strong advocate and held positions of power. And currently, she's seeking attention on this one. She's disappointed where the GOP is going with things. It's probably impacting her fundraising. So by doing this, I think she's doing more fundraising with it. There's a lot of self-enrichment. And outcome's going to be a tentative agreement here. This is to me, it's kind of lip service here because she's gone quiet for a while and she needs something to fundraise on. It's not all about money, but it's also kind of like trying to stake out what her values are.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going to sort of point you, is that she has aligned her values with MAGA, and Trump and the GOP are continually starting to make decisions or go directions that aren't super MAGA. Like the whole getting involved with bombing Iran. All right. They don't want to get involved in any wars. They want to go isolationist. And then the whole Epstein, not releasing the Epstein information. Yeah. So Trump's starting to fracture MAGA a bit. And the Marjorie Taylor Greenes of the world are going to keep that fracturing going. Yay! Thank you. Africoco. Thank you so much. Woo.
I got another one for you.
Linda Lancaster. Sorry. It's okay, Linda. We'll keep going. Cheers.
4 o'clock Eastern time. Or was it 5 o'clock Eastern? No, 4 o'clock Eastern time.
4 o'clock Eastern.
Got the 3-hour time change done a little bit differently. Okay. What else do we have in here? Absolutely. Always.
Oh yeah. That's why Congress keeps the House of Representatives, they keep supporting Trump's agenda. I sincerely believe that a lot of them are kind of plugging their nose and voting yes because they want to stay in power. That was kind of my point earlier, is that Dave was talking about Trump's approval rating sinking and sinking and sinking. Once it gets to a point that is so low, you might see some spinal growth because they realize they're backing the wrong horse. And then they're going to start making noise. Just like this twit, the senator that was supporting the investigation into Jack Smith.
Tom Cotton?
Yeah, Cotton. Because Dave was saying he didn't back Trump's big, beautiful bill. So he had to do something to get back in Trump's good graces.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where once they realize that their reelection hopes might suffer by backing Trump, that's when they're going to grow a spine.
Well, it's 11 p.m. in Germany.
Welcome
to the United States. Good
I'm going to be visiting you in about 8 weeks here.
Her personally? You can.
Not her personally, but if you're at the Oktoberfest in Munich, the first Wednesday of the Oktoberfest, Laura and I will be there with a group of Americans having a good time in the Paulaner tent.
But I bet your son won't be going with you because he'll be in school.
Jack was more than happy to volunteer to go this year. He says he was telling Laura, like, Mom, if you don't want to go, I'll happily take your spot for you. Frankly, he probably has the kind of semester this year where he could do it. Because a lot of his classes are online. So it wouldn't really impact him that much.
Anything you want to throw on?
Beer.
You want to throw on beer? Okay.
I want to know what Marcus wants to read on. Come on, Mangal. I know you're out there. Hoopa Kitty, throw us a question. That's like a reverse shout out. Can you read on Janine Pirro winning? Who's Janine Pirro?
That's I believe she's a talking head on Fox. On Fox News. That Trump nominated her, or he nominated her for something or something like that.
She must be running for the North Carolina Senate seat because it seems like that's they're desperate to put someone in there. Let's see. Let me look real quick.
Senate confirms Trump ally Janine Pirro as top federal
U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia.
Prosecutor for D.C. Well, nothing to read there. She's already there. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, we've been going for an hour. We can just open up to just general questions.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a Hegseth comment in there. Yeah, I was joking with David. We've got the submarine readings coming out tomorrow. And I was joking with David that Hegseth was pissed off because Trump was putting on True Social that they deployed the nuclear submarines to the proper locations. And Hegseth was upset because he didn't have a chance to, put it out on his Signal chat group first. He was overridden by the president. Not at Oktoberfest. Oh, Frankfurt! Hey, we're actually going to fly into Munich. We're going to go to the Oktoberfest, and we're going to go into the Czech Republic, and we're going to stay in Prague, and then we drive back to Frankfurt. We're actually staying in Oberusel the night before we fly out of Frankfurt. So we'll be in the Frankfurt area on a Monday night.
So you message Gary at I forget what our Gmail account is. It's like Twin Tarot Talk or something like that.
Yeah, Twin Tarot Talk is.
If you go to the Twin Tarot channel and click on about, it says about me. There'll be like an email contact. Go ahead and email him there, and maybe you guys can meet up. Maybe you can't. Who knows? I don't know why I'm making plans for him.
There's a restaurant that we go to in Oberusel. It was called Vetters before, Vetters. It's got under new ownership, but we always go there for dinner. That's the night before we leave. That's where we go for dinner. But this will be my 5th Oktoberfest. It is if you've never been, it is an absolute marvelous event. All the world's problems could be resolved on a weekend in Oktoberfest.
But you only say that because you find men dancing around in lederhosen to be very sexy.
No, there's such a camaraderie and good spirit there. You can't help but be in a good mood. It's all the best things in the world, especially if you like beer. But they have wine there too.
Hi, Connie B. I'm glad you're watching from the beginning, and we'll give you a shout out at the end. Won't you be surprised when you find out, an hour into it?
It's a ballroom blitz. Yes.
It's a ballroom blitz. Damn it. The problem is I know who sings that, and I can't think of the name of the group.
I have no idea I know the song, but I
know the song too. It's from the mid-'70s. I love it. because there's a whole lot of talking. Ready, Ray? Ready. You ready, Roy? Ready.
Are you looking it up?
Huh? No, I'm not looking it up. We'll just have to sort of go with it from there. Yes, it's expensive, and I'm a cheapskate. But yes, the big group meets are awesome. I'm assuming that's the Oktoberfest.
The glam rock song by The Sweet. Inspired by a bottling incident in Scotland.
Terry Mullins just posted that. You've got a response from Eva, by the way.
Oh, it's expensive. I'm a cheapskate. But you know, the thing is you don't need to necessarily go to the Oktoberfest. You got the Hofbrauhaus right there in Munich. It's like a little mini Oktoberfest in the Hofbrauhaus. So, you know, people will hook arms and rock and sing songs and drink beer and have a good time. So it's I think for our daughter Angelina, who's not a big beer drinker, if we take her to Germany, we won't go during Oktoberfest. We'll just go sometime a year and we'll take her to the Hofbrauhaus and she'll understand have an idea of what the Oktoberfest is like.
Thank you, Katie.
We appreciate that. We love seeing you guys in the comments too.
She says she loves seeing your chickens.
Or the cats.
No, those are definitely chickens. I don't know.
The cat emoji can really be funky. Like when I do it on my computer and I right click and I select the emoji, it looks like dogs. It's supposed to be a cat emoji. It looked like dogs. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mary. She's already contributing to your Oktoberfest beer fund.
That'll buy me a liter right there.
It'll buy YouTube a liter too. No, just share little secrets. YouTube takes about half the money from any of the super stickers and contributions. Just pulling the curtain back a little bit on there. I remember the first person who told me that was Linda G. With some of that stuff. Oh, speaking of cats.
Yes, Punky has made it. Punky's in the house. Hey, buddy. Oh, my good boy.
But yes, but thank you anyways. We do. No, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much for your generosity. We do appreciate it.
Yeah. Punky, get your tail out of the camera, my friend. I guess Punky's telling us now it's time to.
It's the Jack LaLanne moment in our broadcast. Okay, show of hands. Again, our audience typically is of the vintage that they watched Jack LaLanne and exercised with him on TV. And I do remember as a kid that when the show was over, 2 dogs got released on him, released the hounds.
Yes. I think this is Punky's way of saying, I would like some food or some treats.
Yeah, that's typically his MO. Both your cats, actually. I'm going to jump up on the table and give the board hole to the camera so that
Punky started that. That's how he communicates that he's hungry or he wants treats. He jumps up on the table. Kitten she whatever it is to get your attention that she's hungry. That cat can eat. She's a big eater. Yeah, now he's eating his kibble, so yeah, he's hungry.
Right. Yeah,
okay,
here we go.
Okay, so now if you've got questions that you want to ask us, throw them out there in the comments.
Yeah.
So some of the commonly asked questions. Yes, Dave and I are identical twins. I am the older twin. I'm 6 minutes older.
And we look a lot closer closer looks wise when our weights are similar. And right now, I'm rocking way too much weight for my frame.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's funny. I had did that update on the video when the signs that the Trump era is coming to an end. And I did a little preamble before, and attached it to the front end of the video. I didn't realize how much my look has changed because of the weight I've lost.
Yeah.
I've only lost about half of the weight I want to lose, but it's like, oh my God.
If you were to look at my first Tarot by the Bay videos, I'm probably about 50 pounds lighter. 50 or 60 pounds lighter in those. Yeah, I know, it's scary, isn't it? And it's just kind of like, night and day difference. And even in that one, I'm still about 20, 30 pounds heavier than Gary currently is now. So it just gives you an idea what we've got going on there. Yes, and Hummingbird, white kind of German Shepherd-like dogs. I don't remember the breed because I was too young at the time, but I remember them being white and fuzzy.
Yep. I've always found those white German Shepherds to be just the friendliest, kindest dogs ever. They're just really, really sweet. Remember Rex? Do you remember Rex, the German Shepherd? It's over the Batiti's back fence and down the hill.
Oh, I remember King.
Well, maybe it was King. Maybe that was
King. He was but he was a husky or a Malamute or something like that.
It might have been a Malamute. And then Scott Miller's dog was like a white shepherd.
Oh yeah, she was sweetheart. Absolutely, but she wasn't a white one. She was a normal German Shepherd.
No, she was a white. She was a white.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you guys. Love the kitty comedy tarot.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Karen Lee. Cheers.
Will Trump be forced out before Christmas?
Oh, let's see.
I don't know.
I've got the 5 of Cups. Maybe so. Maybe throw a clarifier on who's going to be sad about that.
Yeah, I know. Upside down. My deck. No, my deck's upside down. I think people who have been left out. This has everything to do with who he's ignored.
Yeah.
He instead of kicking people out, instead of people being kicked out, not being in the group, it's the groups being kicked out. So it's almost like MAGA being rejected.
The tables are being turned. So yes. Robert, it's looking good. And thank you for the donation. We truly appreciate that. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, President Grumpy. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's see. What do we have? I did see some.
You're the star. Hopefully, you got more clothes on than the star card.
Okay, I did see some questions in here. Let's see if I can find them.
I'll be back in a second here.
I have 2 great grandsons.
I think I've shown this before, but this is a picture of David and Michelle on our high school graduation. Little did they know that, 35 years later.
Michelle liked me back then. I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, she's a pretty girl. Oh, no, I could never know.
What is season 2 of Wednesday? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Yes, we're looking forward to it. If only we'd seen season 1. We better start binge watching that.
Let's see.
Sadly, David is married. Sorry, JD. You're gonna have to look somewhere else for.
No, it's not David.
Oh, not David. Oh no, not David is a.
I think not David's quite single, but I'm wondering if he's androgynous.
I think not David has higher standards.
You think so? Is that why he's single?
Yeah, you got Barbara Sobel, who's very not David's number 1 fan, and I think not David would never do anything that would disappoint his number 1 fan. We graduate. It's 1983. We're gonna turn 60 in 11 days.
Yes. And our social security number.
And our mother's maiden name is.
Yeah, no kidding.
Do you ever watch Atomic Shrimp?
No.
On YouTube, he does spam baiting, and he's constantly, he's always responding to these guys that send the emails. I am Mr. Johnson with the U.S. Department of Treasury, and you have qualified for $15 million that is being held for you in a trust account. And if you supply this information, we can start processing your $15 million dollars. You know, the information you should never share with the internet. It's great fun. If you've never watched it, check out Atomic Shrimp. He's a British guy. Wonderful videos. Yeah, thank you, Crystal. Cheers to you and the principal.
Yes, you beat me to that one.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Crystal's always in the comments section. I always look forward to seeing her there. Delia Maria.
When did you start learning tarot?
And what is the story behind it? I'll let David tell that story.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll jump in on that one. So I started taking tarot lessons right before the pandemic shut down the United States. Dr. Lena was offering courses, and I signed up for. I emailed her, and we did online lessons for 6 weeks. And then by her encouragement, she was saying, are you responding to Eva's post there? Okay. So she encouraged me to, do readings for friends and stuff like that. Just practice. And which I did do. And that's how I started. I would read, Michelle would ask questions. I would jump on Facebook and read for friends. And my Facebook things, I would typically have 3 or 4 people on my Facebook's group join for online readings and such. I did do a reading with Linda G in the summer of 2022, I think it was. And she encouraged me to start a YouTube channel, which I did in December of 2022. Is that right? 23, 24. No, December of 2023, I think it was. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years. Is that right? Anyways.
No, you started, I think it was 2022, because you've been doing it for a year before we started the...
Yeah, maybe it was December 2022. So,
yeah, 2022.
In the first 2023, 23, yeah. It was December of 2022. And I dragged Gary in kicking and screaming
I did.
a little over a year ago. I've been talking with him and working on him for several months beforehand. And, once or twice, I like one time I called him and was asking him some questions on things, and then had him just kind of just sort of provide color commentary. I would do the reading and just get his color commentary on what was going on. And eventually he relented and agreed to it. And now I've opened up an obsession with him.
Oh God. Well,
he spends multiple hours a day.
I really enjoy the interaction with the folks that leave comments, the audience. That, to me, that's the best part. And so when we have a good video and we get a lot of good positive comments, I really enjoy that. I always get disappointed when the video doesn't do well, because it just, whatever we were talking about didn't resonate. And boy, the Twin Channel's just been on a real streak the last 3 weeks or so. I've only had 1 or 2 videos that were really well received, and the rest have been kind of... So that's always kind of depressing. It's like, oh man, I can't put the crab net on the crabs, I'm not finding what's interesting. And the same thing's happened with my channel too. You go through periods where you get single-digit new subscribers. At least we're getting subscribers, but you're kind of like, well, is our message? Then you throw out one video, and all of a sudden, it catches fire, and then there's all this momentum. People join the channel, and they're watching your videos. That happened to me at the beginning of July, and it's when people are hearing your message, it inspires you to do more. There's enthusiasm to go with it. You want to ride that wave. You're adding value, which is really validating.
Right.
And Deborah
adores us, by the way.
Deborah said, Gary, don't lose more weight. I really do need to lose a little bit more. I'm still at 190, and I really should be a lot closer to 170. So as soon as I get under 180, I'm kind of in the window. You know, if you believe in BMI, I should weigh 169 pounds.
Yeah, don't. I think, to be honest, for both you and me, somewhere between 185, 190 is where you want to be your steady state. Don't go down to 170. Your face gets too drawn. Same thing happens with me.
Yeah, it's for me. It's kind of the 175 to 180 is kind of the sweet spot.
No, don't do it. Be around 185 to 190. You're right where you need to be. You may not want to like take your shirt off and strut around like this all the time. Now, Gary and I were high school swimmers. Gary also wrestled as a senior in high school. And, it wasn't that during that period, we had the V-shaped backs and the six-pack abs and stuff like that. It looked good without your shirt on. And not many guys in their late 50s, 60s look good with their shirt off. You know what I mean? It's just.
I just want to see if I can get there one more time.
Oh God, I hear you. Have you started doing sit-ups and crunches yet?
No, not yet.
You should. You know what? If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do it one more time, Gary, start doing crunches. Start doing try and do like a few hundred crunches a day. That way, as the weight comes off, your protective layer of fat comes off your belly. It's like, oh my God, I've got turtles there again. One more time.
Yes.
You can say, I'm 60 years old with a six-pack. F you. I had that in my 50s. When I turned 51, I had a six-pack again. I was working on the full 8-pack. And then I met Michelle and, well.
Yeah, your exercise regimen changed.
Yes. Horrifically, I will say. Yeah, my six-pack got replaced by a keg.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see. I'm still looking for questions. Why, thank you. I do look great. What about Gary?
Always complimenting David. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate that.
Let's see. What's this one?
Oh, I like Cindy's diet. She's 65. She plans to keep doing her diet of Chardonnay, bacon, and Fritos.
You've got a couple. She must have been in grad school.
Cindy, do you go with the standard Fritos or do you do like the chili cheese Fritos? Inquiring minds need to know. How am I losing weight?
It's a two-step program.
Yes.
Eat less, exercise more.
Eat less, burn more calories than you take in. I'm doing a lot of walking. I'm averaging over 20,000 steps a day. And ironically, on the weekends, I don't walk nearly as much as I walk Monday through Friday. But on average, I average about 22,000 steps a day. I swim probably about 15,000 yards a week in the pool. And I am being very mindful of my diet. Some people were concerned that I didn't have enough protein and fat in my diet because I eat a lot of salads and vegetarian. I'm fine with that. I actually, oftentimes in the salad, I'm putting tuna or avocado or, I'll have cheese or beans. So protein's not an issue. Fat, don't worry. There's lots of fatty foods in this house that I can consume. So my protein and fat balance is A-okay. Build up muscle.
Work on your muscles, and that'll help you burn the fat.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm swimming instead of just walking. Instead of just doing walking as my aerobic, I wanted to do swimming again because otherwise, like Dave says, I'm just getting really drawn in the face and in the frame, and it doesn't look particularly good. That's why you can't go by your body weight. You have to get like a body fat monitor, and then do that and measure body fat. That's how you can tell the difference.
Yeah. Didn't David used to have 2 bracelets on both hands? Yes, that is absolutely correct. I'm down to 1. It's because sometimes they when I'm getting up in the morning, they scoot down, and as I'm pushing myself up, I pull it and I snap it. So I've got like 3 or 4 bracelets like this that the fishing line in it broke.
Oh.
And the guy I'm buying from is in the Canary Islands, and I really need to get on the schneid, and I can send them all back to him, and he'll restring them for me and send them back. And then I'll have all my bracelets again.
Yeah, because you used to have one that had like a lot of brown beads on it, right?
Well, they typically are this. They're the matte obsidian, and I had little amber beads on one of them, and peridot on the others.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes. Thank you for asking that question.
A lot of them are from Redbubble or Zazzle or T-Snorks or something like that. Michelle buys me a lot of my T-shirts, like this one I've got, but like the dystopian book one, that was from Michelle.
Everyone asks about that dystopian T-shirt.
And all you have to, and a lot of these, you just Google it. If you were to Google Groucho Marx Marxist T-shirt, it's going to come up with a wide selection. If you type in dystopian T-shirt, you'll find it in there. Or Cat Says No. You'll find the Cat Says No T-shirt. Google is your friend. You know, images are shopping, and you'll be able to find it.
Let's see. Tammy had a question. She wanted us to read on something. I saw your question come through. Oh, the plague. Okay. Yeah, so Tammy had a question. Can you guys read if the plague is going to harm any more people? She had a dream about that. Thank you for pulling that up. And then we lost. Yeah, so Tammy had mentioned this in the comments today, that she had a dream that a plague was that you know how they had like
yes, we knew Michelle in high school.
The seven disasters, like the seven disasters. Yeah, like the locust swarms and all the frogs and stuff like that, or plague. You know, like the pestilence.
Dogs and cats lying down together, real apocalypse shit.
Yeah, apocalyptic stuff. And so she had that kind of at the tail end of a dream she was sharing, and then something about a plague harming people, the pneumonic plague. And then the next day or shortly after, there was some guy in Arizona that got lost to, I don't know if it was bubonic or pneumonic plague. So let's see. Let's do a quick read. If plague is going to harm any more people. Okay. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Sort of sitting back and observing what's going on. This could be, the CDC sort of investigating and looking at this. The main clarifier is the King of Pentacles. I hate to say, do we have the money, or is this worth our time? A lot of Pentacles. King of Wands, actions being taken, going back to the ancient times. And then Four of Wands, people celebrating. I think right now they're looking at it. They're taking in the data and trying to assess what the real threat is and whether they need to take actions, because we haven't seen anything like this for a real long time. But the energy underneath it is the Four of Wands, which to me is kind of that everything's going to be okay. My gut feeling is, based on what I'm seeing, is that we're going to be fine. They are looking at it. They're taking it seriously, but it's not something that is going to become a widespread issue.
And thank you, Sonia. We love Dr. Lena as well. We had her on. We had her once. We did a live with her once, and so much fun.
Dave was in such a good mood.
I'm such a fangirl. I love Dr. Lena.
Yes. And she called us possums, which made my day.
Tracy, I like to say I have washboard abs. I'm just doing a load right now. I hear you.
Amen.
Feel like Trump, a Diet Coke and 4 Big Macs a day. Yikes.
Oh,
God. I was like, I don't know. I mean, he's just abusing himself. Do we live near each other? I live off in the boondocks. According to my family, I might as well be living on a different planet in a different universe.
We need Elon Musk to go visit David because he's about as far away as Mars is.
Yeah.
As the crow flies, yeah, we're not that far apart.
No, it's an hour drive. An hour drive from Gary's place to my place, allowing for normal traffic patterns. Yeah. But again, for my parents and my other siblings, Gary's the only one in my family who's ever been to my house.
Seriously?
Yep. Nobody else has made it because we live in Timbuktu. It was the same thing in my first marriage when we moved from the peninsula to the East Bay.
Well, you know, you got to cross a bridge and then it becomes.
I had to cross a whole bridge.
I know.
My parents would go to their little summer place up in Sonoma, and it's a longer drive to there than it was to our place. Yep, and when I was pointed out, well, it just doesn't seem that long.
You know, before Laura and I bought our house here,
the excuses are horrific.
We had looked in Portola Valley at a house, and Mom was saying, "Oh my God, that's such a far drive." And it's like, it's only like 5 minutes longer than going to, Lori's house, to go into our oldest sister's house, because you just, you stay on the freeway, and where we were looking, which was in the Ladera section of Portola Valley, it's a short jaunt off the freeway. So it was only like 5, maybe 10 minutes more at the most. But in my parents' minds, that's just, oh my God, that's so far away. I can't drive bridges. Hey, it happens.
All I got to say is my parents, to get to their Sonoma place, have to cross the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not an excuse. And they have to drive through San Francisco.
And the Golden Gate is the most expensive bridge to cross in the Bay Area.
And at the time that they were crossing it, there wasn't even a barrier to separate traffic moving in different directions.
Those little plastic pylons.
Yes. What separated the guy from going southbound versus the northbound? It's a 6-lane bridge? 5 lanes. Yeah. 5 lanes.
Six lane deck.
6-lane deck. They had little plastic pylons, looked like bowling pins.
Yeah.
Separated. That's what separated you. And there were head-on crashes for that. They finally put up a movable barrier over on the bridge. No, it's got to be a 5-lane bridge because they used to do 3 2s, remember?
No, it's 3 3s.
Or did they do 4 2s for traffic?
4 2s.
They must have done 4 2s for traffic, depending on where the commute was.
It's $10 to travel the Golden Gate Bridge.
And the normal Bay Area bridges are right now $8 to cross. California 3 years ago passed an initiative that bridge tolls were $5, and they were going to raise bridge tolls $1 a year for the next 5 years till they're all $10 each. The Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge is a privately owned bridge. There's a Golden Gate Bridge Commission, and they get the money for that. But I was really frustrated with that vote because it was a statewide ballot. And
so if you're in Sacramento, what the hell do they care?
Exactly. If you're in Sacramento or Southern California where there's no bridges, of course you're going to vote yes on that because you're voting a tax on other people. And yes, I have to cross the bridge to go to work. It's so frustrating. I'd like to vote taxes on other people too. Wouldn't that be glorious?
Yeah, that was Monty Python. I propose taxing foreigners who live abroad.
Oh, foreigners living abroad. Love the dystopian book T-shirt. Yeah, again, courtesy of Michelle on that one. All right, and we got another super sticker from Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah. Woo! I'll do the Royal Navy dance for you.
Okay, let's see.
It's a man's life in the British Royal Navy.
All right, and at this point, let's wrap this up here. Thank you, everyone, for watching the video and supporting our channel. We really do appreciate it.
These are my absolute favorite videos to do. I really enjoy being able to interact with you as we can with this, and just being able to kind of enjoy an hour and a half with you folks. It's thank you so much for supporting the channel, leaving your comments, and and watching the videos. Dave and I truly appreciate that.
Yeah. And again, it's fun. It's fun to interact. It's fun to share, laugh, and Gary and I are very spontaneous, and we're hams. So
Perfect.
Putting us in front of a bunch of people and saying "Go." Okay, we can do that. Public speaking does not I don't think it doesn't terrify me. Does it doesn't terrify you either.
No.
For some people, that's what they have their nightmares of, is public speaking. Mine is trying to remember my high school locker combination, or why didn't I go to class at all this term, as finals are now here.
Yes, exactly. I haven't read that book and I haven't gone to class in weeks. Oh no.
I literally just had one the other day. I was back at SF State with Stegner, and it's like all these people are laying around the floor with their books spread out studying, and I look at him and say, "Hey, I'm going to ask what sounds like a really dumb question. It's not finals today, is it?" He goes, "Oh no, it's tomorrow." It's like, okay, good. And then I'm thinking, I didn't go to class. I don't know I haven't been studying. I've been doing the homework. I don't know what it's like. I think I'm just not going to go. I'll take the incomplete.
Why bother?
It's a relief when you wake up. Don't read too deep into that.
Hey, Dave. So Sarah Murphy just left a comment. Look, I love Sarah's thumbnail. It looks like she's got the biggest hairdo since the 1970s. And what it is that she's got a hat on. She's got dark hair.
I see what you're saying.
Sarah, I love your thumbnail picture. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Manwich.
Manwich, I'm just curious, what were you painting?
Oh,
Are you painting miniatures or on a canvas, or just a room in a house?
I'm hoping it was Warhammer figures. That's what I'm.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. We'll give Manwich a few moments to tell us the medium that they were painting on.
That Manwich is going to take with him.
Takes to the grave.
You'll never know.
All right. Anything else you want to throw out there before we sign off?
No, thank you. Just thank you so much for watching, Dave. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you like these videos, subscribe.
Yeah, it costs you nothing, and it helps with the motivation of keeping the channel going. Yeah. There's a portrait of my cat. There we go.
Oh, okay, excellent. And then check us out on Taco Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday, August the 12th, and so a week from this Tuesday. Okay,
and the last one. Why are skin tones different? Gary's outside swimming 4 or 5 days a week, or multiple days a week, so he's getting a lot of sun on his skin. We do have Southern Italian in our blood, so we both can tan quite well. Yep. Gary's bronze because he's actually getting out there. I got farmer's tans,
Yeah,
I'm just walking around.
Yeah, this is like I'm swimming. I'm trying my best to swim before 10 in the morning every day. Because if I was swimming at noon, I'd be the color of the border on this frame here. I'd be so dark, it'd be ridiculous.
His light balance is also different on his computer too, so that it's giving him more of an orange tinge.
Yeah.
And will David be back on Hogarth? Yes, I will be. Let me get you that date real quick because I do have it on my calendar. 27th, Wednesday the 27th. I'll be on Hogarth's again. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one. We will catch you on the next stream, probably next month.
Take care, folks.